Emily was very happy to start her new job at St. Mary's Hospital. It was just past 10 o'clock at night when Emily walked into the maternity ward for her first night shift. The hallway stretched ahead of her, fluorescent lights buzzing, the air smelling of antiseptic and something odd. She checked in. The day shift nurse explained her duty, barely looked at her. She told her there were only 4 patients, all stable, no complications. "You'll be fine," she'd said and left. Alone now, Emily settled at the nurse's station. The ward was quiet, too quiet. Just the hum of IV pumps, the occasional rustle of sheets. She smiled. Maybe this job would be easy after all. Her last job at the ER was too hectic and nerve-wracking. She was glad to get something relaxing. Everything seemed fine. She settled in her front desk, checking her phone. After a couple of hours, all the patients were asleep. Around midnight, she heard a sound like a door swinging open, but the hallway was empty. Emily stood up, her heart was beating fast. "Hello?" she said in a low but distinct voice. No one answered. Just the wind, she thought. Except, the windows were not open. There was a loud bang. The noise jerked her upright. Inside the supply room, instruments were scattered across the floor as if someone had thrown them, but the door had been closed and no one was around. And then she felt someone was breathing close to her neck as if she could feel it. Emily spun around and nothing. No one was there. Just the flicker of a dying light bulb. Room 304's call light blinked on. Emily forced herself to walk there, each step heavier than the last. Inside, the patient slept soundly. The light, still off. And then a loud bang and the door shut behind her. She felt as if the air turned icy. And then, a voice low, like something learning to speak, some kind of babble. And there was a sudden screeching, high-pitched scream. Emily screamed. The door flew open. She started running through the empty hallway. She rushed back to her station and tried to figure out what was happening. She was wet in sweat, breathless, leaning on the wall, and then she saw a yellowed newspaper table from 1947. There was the headline, "Maternity Wing Fire, Mother and Baby Perished in Hospital Fire." She picked up the newspaper. There was a photo of a room with charred cribs. It said the fire started due to an electric short circuit, and the patient and the baby lost their lives. She started to feel like gasping for air. She was sweating. Suddenly the monitors erupted in alarms. Every single light was flickering. And then, laughter. A baby's giggle. From inside the walls, like someone is calling. Emily ran. Past the nursery, where bassinets rocked on their own. Past room 304, now glowing faintly red. She didn't look back. Her legs were shaking and giving up. She was like dragging herself. Up with noises around her. She slowly opened her eyes. She saw nurses were trying to wake her up. She was found collapsed on the hallway floor. She doesn't know for how long she was like that. She looked around, saw sunlight coming through the window. It was early morning. Then she tried to remember what happened to her. Everything seemed normal. Patients were coming in, doctors were passing by, but she knew something was horribly wrong with this hospital. St. Mary's maternity ward wasn't empty at night, and whatever was there, it was like asking for help or seeking closure. She was released later after a minor checkup, and she went home, but she couldn't sleep at all. She did some research. Some say the fire wasn't an accident. There's sometimes a shadow that still rocks the cribs in that room, and previous night shift workers heard someone crying, a mom pleading for help for her baby. Emily notified the hospital the next day that she won't be able to work for personal reasons, and she knew her nursing job that she loved so much wouldn't be the same. At least she will not forget the night for the rest of her life.